What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Airborne in the house, dropping you guys the latest and greatest cryptocurrency news and updates. Today is January 27th, 2023, and in today's video, we'll be talking about Bitcoin. We'll be doing a crypto market overview. We got some regulation coming, finally, for the cryptocurrency market, and a Bitcoin toothbrush. What? If you guys think that's interesting, stick around, and I'll tell you all about it. All right, guys, hopefully you're all having a great day, a great morning, a good afternoon, or wherever you guys are in this great world that we live in. But before we begin, you know the drill. Smash that thumbs up button on your way in. Consider subscribing if you aren't. Turn on those bell notifications so you get notified as soon as I upload a video. Easiest thing that you guys can do to help support my channel. So, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday for the headed into the weekend. What are you guys doing? You guys doing anything fun? I unfortunately have to go back to work tomorrow. I got to fill in for one of my coworkers, so I'll just be working for him, and then I get to take off next Thursday. So I'll have a nice 3-day week next week, 3 days off. So it'll be nice for that. Again, guys, if you did miss last night's Thirsty Thursday, go check that video out right now. It was fun. Shout out to Obi-Wan, Baroness, and Aldo. We just talked about a bunch of different things. I did put timestamps in there. We talked about the Enneagram personality tests, market overview, Obi talking about the stock market, some of his predictions, Tesla talk, how much Bitcoin to be in the top 1%, and an overview of the Voyager UCC Town Hall. So go give that video a watch. Click on whatever section that interests you. And go check that out. I'm going to try to keep doing those at least every Thursday night moving forward. And if not, maybe once every 2 weeks. Even want to do like maybe a Friday night show as well. I'm going to try to see if Six Figs wants to go live tonight and do some technical analysis. I know it's been a while since we've done something like that. So, there you have it. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. Market's doing pretty good today. Let me just refresh it. Up about 0.11% last 24 hours. Got Bitcoin down about 0.05%, kind of neutral. We had a nice little pump, kind of retraced a very tiny bit, but we're still above that $23,000 mark right now. ETH's down about 0.75%, sitting at $1,594. BNB's up about 0.5%, and what else do we got here? Cardano up about 0.81%, sitting at 39 cents. Top gainers last 24 hours. We got Mines of Delarnia up about 40%, Magic up 31%, and Gods Unchained up about 30.89% the last 24 hours. Top losers, we got Threshold down about 12.32%, sitting at 0.04 cents. Keep Network down about 8.77%, and ArcBlock down about 7.54%, sitting at 17 cents. Again, today is January 27th. Some of the holidays we got going on today. It is International Holocaust Remembrance Day. National Chocolate Cake Day. Oh, it looks so good. There's a place down the street from me that they have this dessert called Dark Side of the Moon, and it kind of reminds me of this. It's like has this chocolate here, and then when you dig into it, there's like that gooey chocolate. Oh, it's so good. Just have a sweet tooth right now, so maybe I'll get that later tonight. National Fun at Work Day. We got Big Garden Birdwatch, Holocaust Memorial Day, Big Wig Day, National Geographic Day. Man, I remember I used to get those magazines as a kid. I loved looking through those, but I don't really hear too much about that anymore. Thomas Crapper Day. Don't let all his work go down the crapper. Come celebrate Thomas Crapper Day with us. Okay. Vietnam Peace Day and World Breast Pumping Day. So there you have it for your January 27th holidays. Always a bunch of different interesting holidays that you never thought actually exist. All right, crypto bubbles, top 100 right now. See a green, that's good to see. Favorites, all my favorites are doing good except CKB, down about 2.6%. But I think at least within the last week, it has been pumping. Last month, actually, it's up 60%. Wow. And this past week, we did pump up a little bit, so I'm not too surprised. We're seeing a little retracement for CKB today. Let's see. Elrond's up 2.8%, ICP up 3.8%, and Helium up about 3.1% last 24 hours. Crypto Greed and Fear Index, and I have not said this in a long time. We are now in greed. Be greedy when others are fearful. And I said it backwards. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. But yeah, greed, we're at a 55. Yesterday we were at neutral territory of 54. But we have not seen greed since about April 4th of 2022, around that time frame. It looks like we hit that around that 55 and up mark a little bit. So, wow. Again, Bitcoin has been doing pretty well this past month. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but never hurts to take profits. I mean, we might see a nice retracement here over the next week or so. Jumping into the total crypto market cap, we're back at $1 trillion, actually just at $1 trillion right now for the total crypto market cap. We do have an ascending triangle here, which is historically a bullish pattern. You can see, at least here in the 4-hour, we are above it, so it is playing out as we speak currently, although we are far away from the Ichimoku cloud. A little bit overbought here on the RSI. Let's take a look at the daily for the total crypto market cap. Way far away from the Ichimoku cloud. We are way overbought. So again, wouldn't be surprised to see if Bitcoin or the total crypto market cap has a nice little retracement here. But yeah. Bitcoin dominance, we are at a 44.27%. It looks like we do have two bull flags that did play out. We have the one here, boom, we jumped up, and then we have another one that could potentially play out because bull flags are a bullish pattern. We are heading back towards down, so we might bounce down toward maybe a 44.21% Bitcoin dominance before seeing a nice spike back up, and then going into our next whatever pattern forms after this. DXY. Usually the DXY is, whenever that's down, that's when the crypto market is up and traditional markets. But when in doubt, zoom out. So we are at some heavy resistance for the DXY. You guys can see here, here, and here, and right here. So this 101.92% mark, or point that we're at right now, kind of is some support for the DXY. But if it does break, which we'll zoom in here in a second, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the next resistance about 100.43 for the DXY if it does break this resistance or this support line that we're at right now. So at least zooming in here in the daily, we do have a descending triangle, which historically is a bearish pattern. So, I mean, it's trying to hold that support right now. We are right, it looks green barely here in the daily. Taking a look at the 4-hour, you can see that it looks like we are a little bit above it here in the 4-hour. Testing this support line of the descending triangle. So if we do break through it, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see it break through this descending triangle pattern and go to that next support line. When in doubt, zoom out, that I just previously talked about. Looking at about the 101. Actually, take that back. Zoom out a little bit more. At the 100.13. Will be the next support for the DXY, which will be good for the crypto markets and the traditional markets. We'd be seeing a nice little pump. Traditional markets ended up doing pretty well today. It did close higher in their 4th week of gains, at least for the NASDAQ. The S&P 500's green, so that's good to see that traditional markets are doing pretty well. I talked about this last night in our Thirsty Thursdays, and this is very bullish for the crypto markets because usually the crypto markets move with the S&P in traditional markets, but there is this trend line going all the way back to around the 3rd of January, where we tried to break through it here, 28th of March. We tried to break through it here on the 12th of August, but we have actually broken through it on the daily. We actually closed just above this trend line, so now I do believe that this is going to be a support for the S&P, and it looks like on the daily, again, we have kept another green day, currently looking at about 4,070 for the S&P. This is a huge bullish thing for the crypto market. So, I mean, as long as the traditional markets are still pumping, and now we're above this trend line, I could see, and I hate sounding too hopium-ish right now, but everything's looking pretty good. We also had the reverse Cramer indicator a couple days ago. Actually, on January 9th, whenever Jim Cramer says something, it's usually everyone does the opposite. And on January 9th, he said, good chance again to get out of crypto. He has to be secretly buying. But Bitcoin is up 40% since he put out that tweet. So I thought that was kind of funny. Another thing, Bitcoin monthly returns. We have not seen, we're at like about a 39.79% return for Bitcoin for January, which is bullish. We haven't seen anything like that since about 2013, where it was about a 44.05%. So historically, that's good to see. Looking at Ethereum also did pretty well for its monthly returns, about a 33.02% for Ethereum. And last year, we were looking at February as bullish, March as bullish, and in April, well, at least last year, it was in the red, and in 2021. So that's pretty good to see for Bitcoin. And then comparing Bitcoin to other assets such as Ethereum, NASDAQ, gold, and the S&P, Bitcoin has outperformed all of them. Again, I think if you look over the last decade, Bitcoin has definitely outperformed all of these other assets as well. So again, if you guys are a big Bitcoin holder, you're a believer, Bitcoin maxi, whatever, Bitcoin still is OG. I love Bitcoin. It's my number one. But I do like trading alts because I can usually make a little bit more money a little bit faster on certain altcoins. But Bitcoin's OG. Just doesn't hurt to just dollar cost average or whatever, and to think about this as like your new 401k. So that was pretty interesting. Bitcoin price action and a little bit of technical analysis. Again, we are at that $23,100 mark. We did kind of have a double bull flag. We had like an upward bull flag here, which usually isn't kind of a pattern that you'd see. It usually kind of goes in a downtrend, but we do have that currently playing out here in the 4-hour chart. Looks like we are barely above it, so that's a pretty bullish thing to see. And if we do close the daily above this bull flag, I could expect another nice little run up for Bitcoin. Even though we have been quite overbought and we are a little bit far away from the Ichimoku cloud, we've been far away from the Ichimoku cloud since around the beginning of the year. We've had that massive, nice little uptick. I mean, measure move since the January 1st for Bitcoin. Let's just say, Sunday, January 1st, all the way up into today. Bitcoin's up, like I just said, 40.39%. Absolutely pretty good gains to see over the last month for Bitcoin. All right, that was the trend line for the S&P. Didn't mean to have that there, but let's talk about the first topic of discussion for today. So the White House put out something for cryptocurrencies and regulations and a roadmap that they want to start implementing. So here's the official thing, but I'm not going to go through that. They did publish a crypto policy roadmap saying it would be a grave mistake to encourage mainstream institutions to adopt Bitcoin. They're scared. So again, I've been saying this in a lot of my videos and a lot in the past that if we want mass adoption for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, we at some point need to get some type of government clarity, some type of regulation, and here we go. We just had this happen today. So here's a quick article from Bitcoin Magazine just kind of highlighting what they did put out. But the roadmap did start by citing that the 2022 implosion of Luna, Terra, and the subsequent catastrophic contagion within the industry that led to various bankruptcies, all the other bankruptcies that we saw, Voyager, Celsius, BlockFi, just all was kind of a trickle-down effect. So according to the roadmap, the administration's focus is on ensuring that cryptocurrencies cannot undermine financial stability, protecting investors, and holding bad actors accountable. It states that experts across the administration have laid out framework for developing digital assets in a safe and responsible way while addressing the risks they pose. So they say that some cryptocurrency entities ignore financial regulations and risk practices. 3 Arrows Capital, even though they are overseas, but Celsius, Voyager. Also alleged that cryptocurrency platforms and promoters often mislead consumers, having conflicts of interest, fail to make adequate disclosures, or commit outright fraud, like FTX. Agencies across government have launched, they are now developing public awareness group programs to help consumers understand the risks of buying cryptocurrencies. I'd like to hear a little bit more details about that. I wonder what kind of public awareness programs, how are they going to do that? I don't know, but kind of was a little vague there. The administration will reveal priorities for further research devoted to digital assets and development, which will help the technologies powering cryptocurrencies protect consumers by default. They also believe that Congress needs to step up efforts by expanding regulators' powers, strengthening transparency and disclosure requirements, funding greater law enforcement capacity building, and limiting cryptocurrencies' risks to the financial system. So again, you guys all know about central banks. Everybody hates the centralized banking system, but I think, Web3 and blockchain and cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is the future. This is the next level, the next thing that is going to happen. And I think that they just are kind of giving up. They're scared. So they're being forced to put in some type of regulation to gain mass adoption. But they're going to want to put their hand in it. They want to get some money out of it. So again, this is a start. This is a good thing as much as we don't want it, I believe, for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin mass adoption. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments about the regulation. You guys think we need it? What kind of regulation do you think that they're going to implement here over the next year or so? Let me know in the comments. All right, last thing of the day is a smart toothbrush that pays you 200 sats for brushing your teeth for full 2 minutes. You can see this guy here holding a toothbrush, and he looks like he brushed his teeth for 2 minutes. He's got 200 satoshis. But again, if well, according to him, you lose 30 sats if you're 30 seconds short of your 2-minute brush goal. What do you guys think of this? This is super bullish. This is a great concept, a great idea. This is going to have people's teeth whiter, like cleaner, stronger, going to the dentist less. And every time you brush teeth, 200 satoshis. That's awesome. Nah, I'm just playing. Oh my gosh. But what a concept, what an idea. And I mean, I would not be surprised if this actually happens. This is a joke, guys. But he tagged when Oral be #Oral Bitcoin, which I thought was kind of funny. This guy looks like he's a product lead at Cash App, previously Tesla, Apple Pay, and Apple Card. Did you guys see this? I mean, this is from a couple of days ago. I don't know if I heard anyone really talk about this or whatever, but what a crazy concept that would be, where, hey, brush your teeth for 2 minutes, so you get 200 sats or whatever. So thought I'd leave it and end it at that. If you guys don't mind, smashing that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing if you aren't. Turn the bell notifications to get notified as soon as I upload a video. I'm talking really fast, tongue twisting myself. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Go give me a follow on Twitter at @crypto_airborne. @crypto_airborne. If you want to give me a follow on TikTok, just go look me up, Crypto Airborne. That's where I'm on there. And didn't mean for that to play, but wow, that looks like an elk or a moose. Jeez, they are indestructible. But Ryoshi, shout out to him. This is how long took the 2020, or dang, this is how I took the 22 crypto market. Got to keep pushing forward. Remember your lessons, but don't look back. Exactly. 100% agree on that one. So again, guys, hopefully you enjoy your weekend. Have a great rest of your Friday night. And what do you think February is going to bring us for the crypto and Bitcoin? Think it's going to be another bullish month? Let me know down below. Again, stay safe out there. Crypto Airborne out.